had met Rama. Rama had met me too. I'd like to say that Rama, after I learned about her, she had met me once back in 1993. I had several brief encounters with her. She came by and just let me know it was her and her girlfriend. And then Abena told me the girlfriend was her cousin that Rama was with that day that I had seen here. They came down several times. I saw them at a supermarket one day. I saw them on the bus line one day, train line. They were like following me around. I knew it, and then Abena told me the girlfriend with her was her cousin. And
this time they're just checking you out, keeping a watch on you, basically what you're saying.
Yeah. Now Abena's told me that she's been monitoring me for 30 years.
Right. So now what did Abena disclose to you that you felt so compelled that you needed to come on air to disclose?
Oh, right. Let's get to that. Since about January in 2010, she started bringing her ship in very close, much closer, and revealing the tachyon core, coming in she's come in almost every single week. I've gotten video almost every single week since January of her craft coming in the same exact position in the sky over the same area where I film at least once a week. And she's brought it in closer, and some of the video is really astonishing. I mean, she really reveals the tachyon core, pulsing, shimmering light, and she revealed part of the triangular outline of the ship. I included a few photos in my update packet that I sent you, my email, and all the videos are up. People just have to go to my YouTube channel and check them out from January down, or backwards from June down.
And what information she disclosed to you? Besides obviously showing her coming closer and with a different ship. Right.
Well, revealing to me their name, what they're called from the star Letus and all, where they're from now.
Right.
Before she just told me very kindly, we're from, she told me the belt stars Orion, but I didn't ask her, she didn't tell me exactly where. So recently she's been telling me more exact things. She's been revealing a lot of technical stuff to me about her ship and various things like that. She's revealed to me their base, how their underground base around here in Orange County extends for 24 miles.
Wow. And what about the government? They're sort of kept off bay?
They have the government knows about them, but they know that they're not allowed down into their base. Only certain select personnel from the military and certain other, like I said, the Brigade and a few other, maybe physicists, people like that. Some of these people are allowed down into their base on occasion.
And what reverse technology are you aware of that they have disclosed?
What's that?
What reverse technology are you aware of that they have disclosed to humans?
Well, she told me they gave the Brigade a design for a small reconnaissance ship, and they weren't able to fully construct it because they didn't give them all the total knowledge of it. But she told me that there is such a craft that they have called the Aurora or something similar, and she told me it can travel at the speed of light, but only for 7 hours. They don't have all the secrets like the ETs do about everything yet. And it's not just being handed to them by any ETs that they may get. In fact, the Brigade can be quite challenging and quite annoying to them. And sometimes, they challenge them and they try to attack them, actually, with because the Brigade, they get their hands on technology, crashed alien discs or things like that, and they develop certain technology and they can actually start start skirmishes with the aliens. And they do this.
Why would the Orions give them technology if they know that they're going to be vindictive, very selfish with it?
Well, this was years ago. I'm talking, 30 years ago. Now they're much more educated about it, and they're much more wary about what they get. In fact,
I also want to know, and I forgot to bring this up. Has she said anything to you about the relationship with the Greys that have been visiting, and some people even seen the oranges, ones that are sort of like Greys, but they're orange?
Exactly. Yeah, she told me the Greys. There's several different ones. There's some that are from the Zeta Reticulum constellation, and they're generally pretty nice. She said it's the ones that were from Orion. They are not from Orion now. They're outcasts. She told me they're outcasts from Orion, and she told me there's a certain section of those Greys that are actually clones, and they're slaves to the reptilians.
Oh, I gotcha.
And they're in link with reptilians, and they're just generally very evil, and they're just pests.
Now, what about I've heard information about certain hybrid activity going on where they're hybridating extraterrestrials with humans. Is that true?
Hybrid. Yeah, that's true. That's true. What's going on? That's good. Go on.
Go on. So, go ahead, because you were going to start divulge in that. That's what basically my question was.
Yeah, that is kind of true. I mean, certain aliens and are doing that, especially the reptilians from like Draco.
Oh, so the reptilians are trying to do that.
Yeah, and certain Greys.
Yeah.
Certain Greys, their race is atrophying, is settled in. They're atrophying. Their body is screwed up, and so they like to experiment, and they like to mix genes, and they like to splice and do all kinds of things like this and that to try and produce a new race. In fact, there's one race from Orion that's trying to do that, a Grey race.
What about the physical relationship between Orions, the Orion factions that you spoke of with, let's say, Abena? Are they able to...
Abena, yeah.
Abena, I'm sorry, have a physical, like not saying her, but any of them would have a physical relationship in the future with, does she see in sort of like what she had, obviously her parents with Pleiades, does she see that happening in the future with humans? She's never probably brought that up.
She hasn't brought that up with me yet, but she has said that there are starseed, or there are people here from their race that have lived with them previously, and
so like starseed meaning like their souls are not from this planet, but are from their planet, that are now in the embodiments of humans.
Exactly. That's real. That's happening. It may not be as big as a lot of people make it out, but there's a lot of starseeds from different planets that have lived with extraterrestrials before, from like the Pleiades, Orion, Zeta, different places. Yeah, that's real. That's very real.
And those people, some people call those the wanderers, or they're being reawakened, because they've lived here a lifetime after lifetime,
and some of them are being chastised. Some of them are being
chastised.
Well, they fall if they can't live up to a certain thing within that race of those people. They lose their justification to stay there, so they have to come down to a lower state.
So they make up. It's like if you screwed up, we're not letting you come back until you make up for what you did.
Yeah, it's like staying back. It's like staying back in school. You learn something.
Right, I gotcha.
It's like if you get an F, you got to go back, and if you fail, you got to go back and study and get it right until you understand it. Then you can pass.
Did she say that you, or perhaps maybe yourself, is a starseed?
Yeah. She told me I definitely live with them. before in Orion, and that's real. That's happened. I have no knowledge of it yet. I guess at some point it could happen. I could, get regressed and things like that.
And find out back then the commonality, some things still, because you don't ever lose a memory. I mean, it's always attached to you, but, I mean, we just reawaken it, sort of blocked from us on this side, but on the other side, I guess it's actually rediscovered.
And we can get flashes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. What about the other issue, so basically the disclosure is, she's been basically coming, you're more akin to her technology, to their kinship, she's been coming closer in contact with you as far as flights, that she's getting ready to prepare you to go on a ship within the next several months, within the few coming months.
Several months, yeah.
And then preparing you. Now, and then you have to, I guess, study on learning the code, so to speak. So you're being indoctrinated to what culturally you're supposed to say and not say it, because it sounds almost like Star Trek. You got to know who the captain of the ship and proper protocol actually to talk and be with certain people at certain
The code
times.
is, like I was saying, the code is a little bit different than the protocol. The code, basically, what it is, briefly, is just so I know what to expect when I'm there and how to carry myself a little better, as they carry themselves.
Right, I gotcha. Basically, you're out at the dining table and don't, get all.
Hello?
But,
yeah.
What their initial plans are with humanity at all?
Do I know? She hasn't mentioned it. She hasn't mentioned.
Why are they here?
Their underground base. They're here because they have certain rights to be here, and they're down under the ground there, and they're extracting precious minerals that are deep under the earth that the Creator has allowed them to have access to. And it's a highly industrial area, I was told.
So they're just basically here to utilize some material form, and then at the same time maybe be the helping hand one of the helping hands for humanity?
Both of those things. The Creator has given them that right, and so in a sense they're Earthlings. In a sense, I mean, they're living here. No, yeah.
But what helping hand are they doing for us with humanity?
Well, some of the stuff I can reveal. I mean, they intervene on occasion in politics or in certain things that the governments of the world are desire to do to one another, and they'll intervene and follow that up somehow. They'll sabotage it.
Like somebody when they think of becoming nuclear.
Yeah, that or something even less abrasive. I mean, less destructive. Even that, littler things. It's all what they're allowed to do, and they will do it. They'll follow it up, and so it won't happen.
Wow.
And this could get me in trouble. I don't know if I should have said this now.
Yeah. Okay, we won't go into